Once upon a time, there was a young girl. Her one hope and wish was to one day visit a beautiful place, Paris. Every day, for years, she hoped to somehow be given the amazing opportunity to visit the place of her dreams. On the night of her 14th birthday, she fell asleep. Yet another year her wish hadn't come true. The next morning, she woke up. She woke up in a new but somehow familiar place. She looked around herself and realized her wish had finally come true. She realized she was in Paris. Hey guys, it's Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing something very exciting and submitting my entry for the NYX Face Awards 2018. So I'm super excited to be starting this tutorial. So I'm starting out with the NYX Angel Veil Primer, and actually all the products I'm using today are from NYX. So next I'm going in with this white eyeliner in the shade Pure White, and I'm just creating the outline of the Eiffel Tower for our Paris princess look. And to kind of help me figure out where to put all the lines and stuff, I was just basing this look off of a photo that I found online of the Eiffel Tower. And yeah, so I'm just creating all the different squares and boxes on the Eiffel Tower and the rows that are on there. It's just good to start out with a white pencil for something like this intricate and stuff, because if you mess up, it will be easier to get off of your face. Now, using a gold retractable eye pencil and a jumbo eye pencil, both in gold, I went over the tower, all of those white lines, and I filled things in. And then I also used a blue eyeliner and went over the lines again. And I did less of that towards the top of the tower because it's super lit up at the top and it kind of gets a little bit darker towards the bottom. So here I'm using a white matte liquid liner, and I'm just going over the outline of the tower and just where all of the boxes are that are lit up. The picture that I was using was a picture where the tower was lit up at night, so by using the white liner, it will definitely make it look like this tower is lit up. So here I'm using that same white eyeliner and just creating every single little dot for the lights on the tower. The lights on the tower are actually in like a crisscross and then a line going up and down. So I'm just creating that same pattern with the lights with this liner. One of the nice things about this look is that the tower actually fits perfectly with the rest of the face, like with the nose and the chin and everything. So to kind of just take a break from all those little dots, I went back and did this row that's on the Eiffel Tower. So I did like these little arches, and I'm outlining it in white and then going over it with the gold pencil again, just to make it kind of pop a little bit more and not get so blended in with everything else that's going on. And then here I'm going back to repeating that same pattern with all the dots to create the lights. And then here I'm doing the second row that's on the tower, and again outlining it in white and then going back over it with the gold pencil. I think it's important to add the white over these areas because it really just gives it more of a three-dimensional look. Now for this arched part on the bottom, I did 2 rows of dots, and then I used the blue liner to outline those 2 rows of dots, and then went back in and filled the space up with more lights. Now here I'm making that same crisscross pattern and then making an underline on it, but this pattern towards the bottom of the tower is actually in the shape of an X, and then it goes up and down and to the left and right. So that's how I'm making the pattern of the dots here. The other thing that I found that was kind of helpful was to just, after you make the dots, to kind of take the brush and blend them a little bit together, just to almost create a line behind them connecting the dots in that X shape, and then up and down and left and right, just so that all the dots don't really blend in together. And now I'm going in with the NYX Liquid Crystal Body Liner in the shade Crystal Silk, and going back over all the gold areas to just make everything look a little bit more lit up and glittery. Here I'm going in with this light brown eyebrow pencil and just going over those rows and the background area of the columns and stuff on the tower, just to make the look more three-dimensional and to help those areas pop, because they were kind of starting to blend in with everything else that was going on. Another thing that I did was I was using a small mirror to really see the detail, but I kept going back and looking into a bigger mirror just to make sure that everything was symmetrical and even. And here I'm going back in with the glitter and just applying that over the areas I just made darker. Now that the tower is done, I'm going back in with that white eye pencil and creating a city skyline. So I'm just creating rectangular shapes across my face and also a little bit behind the tower, and then outlining them with this black jumbo eye pencil in the shade Black Bean. And I'm using a makeup sponge to kind of soften up the lines and make the buildings look more filled in, but I'm not completely filling in the buildings because I don't want to make them too intense that they take away from the tower. Using a matte black liquid liner, I'm going in and outlining all of the buildings just so that the outlines of them pop a little bit more. Here I'm using a white eyeshadow base and just applying that all over the empty remaining areas of my face with a makeup sponge. So I'm applying it to my cheeks, forehead, my eyelids, and also my eyebrows. And the next thing we're going to do is create a sunset background. So I'm going to be using a couple different palettes for this and different eyeshadow colors to create a pretty sunset. So I'm starting out with the purple eyeshadow and applying that almost as contour to my face, and then I'm using this single eyeshadow but also that ultimate eyeshadow palette, and I'm also using the Soft and Rosy palette for my pink colors, and I'm also using this Love You So Mochi palette for more pink colors, and applying that as almost like blush and then underneath the purple. And then I'm using that dark blue on the outer corners of my face and also a little bit behind the tower towards my nose. And now I'm applying more blues with that Love You So Mochi palette, and I'm actually mixing multiple blue colors and applying that, and then using some orangey colors, and then also that yellow single eyeshadow more towards underneath my eyes and above my eyebrows. And then I'm going in and using the orange and yellow and just mixing them, just really trying to create a sunset effect with these different colors. And then I'm using that same blue eye pencil from earlier and filling in my brows. This eye look, we're just trying to make the eyes look like they're also part of this sunset, so I'm using the purple in my crease. And then I'm applying the more orangey colors to my lids, and I'm also using a pink to blend the two in the middle, and applying a yellow color to my inner corners. And using that blue liner again, I'm going and creating my winged liner. And I wanted this blue liner to pop out a little bit more, so I'm just going in and outlining it with that matte black liner. And here I'm just applying my false lashes. I'm using that blue eyeliner again to just line my waterline, and then I'm going in with more blue eyeshadow and applying that on my lower lash line, and I'm adding some blues up into my crease, fading into yellow on my brow bone, and I'm just touching up all of the different colors again on my face here. To finish up the eye look, I'm using a pink mascara and applying that on my top and bottom lashes. And now I'm using a matte finishing spray and spraying that all over my face. So this is the finished Paris princess look. I hope you guys like it. I also put on a princessy pink top and this sparkly headband crown. But yeah, so this is the finished Paris princess look from my NYX Face Awards entry 2018. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'm very happy with the way that the Eiffel Tower fit onto my face. It actually worked perfectly. I'm super excited to be entering this competition. I just love the idea of the NYX Face Awards and everything that it stands for. It really makes you go out of your comfort zone and try new things and be creative, and I just love the idea that it really is showing that makeup is art. Okay, so this is the finished Paris princess look. I hope you guys liked it. I'm super excited to be able to do this entry for the NYX Face Awards 2018. I've wanted to do this competition for years and, you know, try this out. I finally just made my YouTube channel back in November, so I am going to give it a shot this year. I really hope you guys like this. I'm really hoping to get into the top 30. That would be amazing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!